What happens when a modern woman who wants a modern marriage marries a traditional man? My advice, women, if you want a modern marriage, don't marry a traditional partner unless they're flexible, open-minded, and teachable. Now, generally speaking, most traditional men are not. Why do I say don't marry a traditional partner? Because in marriage, alignment in beliefs is very important. Stay with me. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taiye, and today I'm unpacking the difference between modern and traditional marriage. I'm also talking about why many couples clash when these two worlds collide, and why compatibility in your marriage philosophy might be the most important conversation you should be having before you say, I do. Now, if you're dating, engaged, or even already married and feeling some tension around roles and expectations, this video is for you. So let's get started. Now, first, let me talk about the two models of marriage. The traditional model of marriage was built on hierarchy. The man is the head, the woman is the helpmate. The man is the leader, and he usually shapes the direction of the marriage. Now, while couples in traditional marriages share opinions, the husband is regarded as the final decision maker, the spiritual leader, the authority figure. The wife is often described as the helper, the supporter, or the neck that turns the head. Now, this model is rooted in culture and also in religious teachings, both Christian and Islamic, the two major religions. Now, authority flows from the husband to the wife, parents to children. Modern marriage, on the other hand, emphasizes equal partnership. Both partners are equal, not the same, but equal in value, equal in voice, and equal in influence. They make decisions together, they share power, and they define their own rhythm. They shared leadership based on individual strengths rather than gender, culture, or religion. Roles are also negotiated and often quite fluid. Who cooks might depend on who has the time, not who has the ovaries. Now, this model emphasizes mutual respect, consent in all areas, and the idea that both partners should have equal say in majority life decisions or in major life decisions. It's less about my role versus your role and more about our goals and how we achieve them together. Now, here is what is important to note. Neither model is inherently wrong, but they are fundamentally incompatible when it comes to daily lived experience. And that's where the problems begin. When a woman who wants a modern marriage marries a traditional man, she's expecting consultation, collaboration, and a shared decision-making process. The man, on the other hand, is expecting deference, submission, and having the final word on important matters. She might be thinking they're building together, and he is thinking he's leading and she's following. Now, I have to say that headship, particularly in Christian marriages where the Bible says the man is the head, is never meant to mean domination. Headship in Christianity is meant to be demonstrated through servant leadership. And that's why the Bible enjoins husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church. Now, Headship in Christianity is about leading with humility, with empathy, and sacrifice. Now, a man who does not get this, but insists on control, not understanding true leadership, will frustrate a progressive thinking woman, because he will insist on control rather than connection. And that's why a woman who wants a modern marriage must be careful. Don't marry a traditional man hoping you will change him. Change is possible, yes, but that will happen only if he is teachable. And it's important for you to know that most traditional people are rigid, or they are not rigid because they are bad. They are rigid because they were raised that way. And without emotional intelligence and flexibility, they can't adapt. Now, the reality is that today's woman is educated, she's ambitious, she's financially empowered, and she's also self-aware. She's choosing to marry because she wants connection, and she wants to build a life together with someone she hopes to share her dreams and expectations with. She's seeking to be a co-partner in the building process, and she wants to be able to speak freely and for her voice to matter. She wants to be seen, she wants to be heard. Now, that is a major cultural shift, and many men haven't been socialized for this new reality. They still believe or think that leadership means control, not collaboration. And when they meet a woman who wants to build with them, not under them, it can trigger insecurity. That's why mindset alignment is crucial before marriage and not after. Now, what is the danger of a mismatch? When a traditional man marries a modern woman, she will feel stifled. When a modern man marries a traditional woman, he may feel drained by her dependency. Now, they'll both call each other difficult, but really they are just incompatible in ideology. So before you marry, don't just ask, do we love each other? Ask, do we see marriage the same way? The truth is, the best marriages today are hybrids. They honor traditional values, they honor biblical principles, respect, loyalty, and commitment, but they also embrace modern principles of equality, of communication, openness, of flexibility. Marriage doesn't have to be a battlefield between the old and the new. It can be a bridge. Now, if both partners are willing to meet in the middle, very important to note that. So, what do you do with this information? If you're single and you want a modern marriage, be selective. This is not an area in which you should compromise. Don't marry potential, marry reality. If he's traditional now, he's likely to be traditional in 10 years. Don't think you will change him, because honestly you won't. Have the difficult conversations early, be observant. Before engagement, discuss financial decision making, career expectations, domestic labor division, parenting philosophies, how conflict will be resolved, sexual expectations and consent, and what happens when you disagree. Meet his family and observe carefully. How does his father treat his mother? How do his brothers treat their wives? How does he behave when surrounded by his male family members? That is your preview. Now, if you're already in a modern, traditional marriage mismatch, first acknowledge your reality. You're not crazy for feeling frustrated. It is the structure that is the problem, not your personality. Now, consider couples counseling with a therapist who understands power dynamics and who will not just be reinforcing traditional roles, but can help if your spouse is willing. Even if he's not willing, therapy will still help you. Now, if you desire a modern marriage, choose a partner who shares your worldview, or at least one who is humble enough to learn. I tell you, marriage works only when both people are moving in the same direction, even if they started from different worlds. And if the message in this video resonated with you, you're ready to build a relationship that is not just romantic but resilient, I invite you to check out my online course, Pathway to Forever. It's a guided journey that will help singles and also already married couples design a marriage that is built on purpose, on partnership, and emotional intelligence. Don't forget, share this video with someone that needs to hear what I've talked about today. Drop a comment by telling me, what do you think? Or what questions do you believe that couples need to ask each other before marriage? Last but not the least, click the link below to subscribe to my channel and join me as we keep learning how to build lasting love. God bless you and bye-bye.